What a beautiful way to start the morning. Thank you, Phil Jacobs. Just breathing in the vibration, those beautiful sounds. Oh, this is why we come together on a Sunday, is to join in on the artistry, the music, the energy, and the vibration of love. So, welcome everyone to our Sunday celebration of love. I am Reverend Helen Vello. I welcome you to Welcome Home. And Welcome Home is all about bringing yourself home to your own beautiful heart space. And so with that, Phil, I'm going to invite you back in to start us off with our opening song.
Yes.
I'm loving the psychedelic background.
Thank you.
Love it.
I needed some extra light this morning for myself, so I want to share that with you. Okay. I took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. Oh, take my love and take it down. Oh, I climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide bring it down. Oh, the landslide bring it down.
Thank you. Beautiful. Oh, and you know, what a wonderful way to start to move into our ritual this morning. And ritual marks change, that ever-changing light within us that is never static. I mean, the one thing we can always count on is that this infinite energy that is who we are is ever-changing. And so ritual also reaffirms the cultural, the historical, the familial frameworks we use to conceptualize and understand life and endow a sense of meaning, to honor life itself. And there is immense change happening for all of us individually and universally. So marking the exits, the entrances, and life's moments in between allow us to live in the present, yet honor the past, and be open to the future. And new thought, we also cull the and honor the common thread between different religions and philosophies. So in Hinduism, the heart has great significance as both a place where the soul rests and a representation of the location of the abode of Brahman. It is the hub and the center of all of life. In Judaism, in biblical Hebrew, the heart is where we feel feelings and think thoughts. And in fact, the ancient Israelites didn't even have a word for brain. The concept of the heart is best understood as the inner person, the seat of our mind, thoughts, emotions, and our will or intentions. Buddhism focuses on the ancient text of the Heart Sutras, emphasizing the non-attachment to nothing and everything. In Islam, the heart is the origin of intentional activities, the cause behind all humans' intuitive deeds. And in Islam, thought the heart is not just the seat of feelings and emotions, but our rational soul. In the Baha'i faith, a heart is almost at the essence of everything and could be the heart of a single person, the heart of an entire community. And what's most important is always to identify the heart of things. And in First Nations, when they speak of the heart, they do not mean mere feelings. They don't even mean passionate or compassionate and positive ones, but it is a deeper portal of profound interconnectedness and awareness that exists between all humans and all living things. And then, of course, Ernest Holmes says in our New Thought teachings in the Science of Mind, everything in life responds to the song of the heart. And so I'm going to now invite our practitioner of the day, Michel Do, to open us up from his beautiful heart space in affirmative prayer.
Bienvenue. Welcome home, everyone. Let's relax right here where we are and right where we are now, and take a conscious breath. God is life, and life expresses its glorious harmony, exquisite balance, breathtaking beauty, and infinite joy throughout creation. I am one with this perfect life, which created me out of itself. It flows through my heart and entire being, filling me with vitality and thrilling me with its perfection. Now I go to my heart, closer than my hands and feet, closer than my breath, the secret place of the Most High, my heart, where I am guided, guarded, directed, and protected, where I can listen and hear and see clearly, where I can ask questions and hear the truth, where I create and write and sing and dance and play and laugh and love, where I always feel good, where I always feel God. In this sacred place now, I feel love, light, peace, and joy. In this wonderful place, I plant new seeds and create what I want to harvest, what I want to bloom, what I want to demonstrate. And in this place, I call heaven on earth. I am free. Every step I take, every turn I make is sure-footed and in divine order. And here, with an open heart, I simply relax and give continual thanks for the wisdom of my life in the absolute. I am grateful that the law of mind accepts my word as I release it and makes it so. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Michelle. Beautiful. I'm going to pass it over to Phil again for our invocation song, which is a beautiful song that Phil wrote. Thank you, Phil.
You're welcome. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Michelle. This is a song entitled In Each Other. It's all about the reflections. Moonlight full sun. You bring me joy. Walking down the altar, so amazing. You are my daughter. You are my daughter. I love me. We can see all of me in each other. In each other. In each other.
Oh, thank you. You know that's the perfect quantum song, right?
I feel it.
Yeah, all one, all together, all connected.
We're all reflections. That's
That's
the
it.
magnificent thing about the love and the relationship, is that we get to reflect to each other what we want. We get to choose what we want to reflect as well. So.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. Okay.
Yes, I'm talking about that later. Thank you, Phil. Oh, Michelle, I'm going to bring you back in. Or you're going to bring yourself in, actually. You can unmute yourself there. Oh,
I have.
Good morning.
Good morning, Reverend Helen.
And so, yep, go ahead.
I was going to say in the community, because I certainly feel yous. I see some of yous, and it fills my heart with warmth.
I know, isn't that a nice feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. So let me ask you, how are you living from your heart this month?
Well, I really don't. How can I put this that everybody's going to relate? Okay. I've totally, if anything, of all the years I've been in these teachings, this way of life, this month was probably, well, it was 100% on, because it was living from the heart. And if I didn't have that knowing, I don't know where I would have went, because I lost my very best friend. Well, I like to say my very best friend, which was a student, one of my first students. And I was the teacher, but when I did her service, I felt like the student.
Mm-hmm.
Because her family came up to me, 3 kids family, and told me that their lives had been transformed because of their mother's teachings. Those teachings were these teachings, because this is what I taught her. So when they came up to me and said that to me, it was like, wow. They were conscious. It was like talking to the community. They were conscious, aware, right-minded, upright, full of love, full of wisdom, full of intelligence. And it just blew me away. It was like going on a roller coaster and enjoying every thrill that had to be, like, because everything was happening. The more watering of the soul, because I couldn't turn off the tap. It was one of those Oprah thing. And I kept saying, why am I releasing so much? But it was all love. And if it wasn't for these teachings, sometimes we stay in that place of where you just dive in, like, and you dive into the story, and you dive into the situation and the circumstance, and you stay there. But if it wasn't for these teachings where I could go to that place, which is my heart, and say, it's all love.
Mm-hmm.
It's all love, and everybody wants the same stuff. And it all points to the same place. And it's love. And so grateful that I can go to that place of truth. And I say, okay, enough water. I've watered enough today. We have to feel. We have to. Everybody is different. Like every transition is different. Some people are just stuck to your hip.
Yeah.
You know, and we go to that place every day, like where we talk and communicate. So it is definitely a roller coaster ride. And like all I have to say is that I'm so grateful that I know that I can go to that place where I find the love, the peace, the joy, and it's my heart, and it's the heart space, and where, you know, my mind's not making assumptions or telling a story, or just that peaceful place. And I just am so grateful and blessed that I know that. So that is wisdom to me.
Mm-hmm. It's also untethering your soul.
Yes.
Right?
And
it's,
feeling
mm-hmm.
feeling what we need to feel. And it's all love, but you know, it really is. And on that note, and life is short. When I say that, I'm saying this form is short. Everything comes in and out, like the form comes in and out. And we have to realize that this form is not said you're going to get 99 years.
No?
Form comes in and out. And if it's that choice, right? So this is what we have to realize too, because my friend everybody keeps saying 54. It's not the 54. She lived her life, right? Mm-hmm. And she was 54. Yeah.
Well, I think the other thing is it's not about the number. It's how well the life has been lived.
Yes.
You know, how much love has been experienced.
Yes.
And then when we're full, we're ready to move on. And you know, as human beings, we tend to put a number of like, what is the right number for people to go? And yet, you know, that's such an intimate, personal, sacred journey for each one of us. And
it really is.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an affirmation for this month, the last day of February. And we're living from the heart this month. And I have a feeling I'll live from that place forever and ever. So the affirmation for today, I'll say it once and we can all say it together. Love is my guiding truth, and I follow it. Together, love is my guiding truth, and I follow it.
Oh, I love the namaste. I love the echo of Phil's voice coming in. It's like the voice of the universe, or your echo as you put it out into the universe, Michelle. Oh, bless you. Thank you, and you are such a wonderful example of being in that space of love and holding love for other people. So I so appreciate you. Thank you.
Well, this philosophy is to be thanked. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, and I'm not the full creator of the philosophy, so I shouldn't be saying you're welcome. You can make Ernest Holmes. Okay, so Phil, you have another original song.
I do.
To take us in with. So take it away.
Thank you, Michelle. You turned my taps on there. So thank you so much. I watch the ticking clock around the mountaintop. I sit and wonder about it all. When will the madness stop? When will the killing stop? I wonder when it all will fall. Away from me, so I can see the beauty in it all. falls, dissolves the walls, where I am free from it all. The walls come down like the crown you wear at night, so pretty in the moonlight, yeah. You shine so bright, you are my guiding light. In it all I fall in love with you again and again and again and again and again. Thank you for your smile. It gives me strength to go the miles through the dark. You shine so bright, you are my guiding light. In it all I fall in love with you again and 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 again.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank
Thank
you. Oh my. So,
Hey, Helen,
yes.
do you want to see the baby? You guys want to see the
Yes.
baby? Okay, I'm gonna go get the
Yes.
baby. Hang on.
Okay. We finally are going to be able to see Rustin's baby and say hello to this new little spirit being who has come into the world just a few weeks ago, which is absolutely wonderful. And yes, Nick, that is a new song that Phil wrote. Oh, see, now this is the miracle of life. Oh. You want to say something there, Rustin, so you come up on the screen?
Yeah, this is Ronan. He was born on Wednesday, February 10th. He's still a little sleepy, but he's going to get some food soon. He's a little darling. He's our little darling. We love him very much. Right? Mwah. He's a really good boy, though. Oh, here he goes. He's yawning now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's really well behaved. He doesn't cry tons, and he does really good stuff for mommy and feeds when he needs to. And yeah, he's a great little guy. We all love him.
Oh.
And I just wanted to share him with you for a little minute because he's going to go back to feeding again, and then sleeping again, and then feeding, and then sleeping, and then feeding, and washing breaks in between. But it's all beautiful. This guy is awesome. See?
Oh.
So, mwah. Okay. So I'll bring him
Thank
back.
you. Oh, thank you, Rustin.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Fabulous. Oh my gosh, to see a new baby. It's like, oh, how delightful, just these sweet little bundles of love, right? That's all they know. And, it's so funny because my talk title is From Nothing to Everything. And so if you think of Ronan, he started out as nothing. He started out as particles, and then he came together as atoms, and then he came together as molecules, that then became cells, that then his heart was formed, and from his heart, everything else was formed and then born into this world. And that is such an amazing phenomenon of life. It's also, so wonderful to see and recognize that we all came from nothing, and we all came from everything, and we all are everything. So as a kid, for me, when I was around 13 or 14, I remember riding at my parents' farm. Of course, I was still living with them. I hadn't moved out by that point. And I had a horse named Shamrock Jinx. Now, the paradoxical name does not go by me. Shamrock meaning luck and good fortune, and Jinx, which is like, what? He was truly the most delightful horse. We kind of grew up together. And the reason, when you name horses, they always have a first name and a last name. The reason his name was Shamrock was because my parents were going to name their ranch Shamrock Ranches. Well, then what happened was Shamrock Ranches was taken as a business name. And from there, they changed it to Galaxy Ranch, which is kind of cool too, because galaxy is like beyond, it's out in the universe, in the vast space of where we, came from nothing. And, I used to have my little, my pink felt hat, and my little boots, and I'd be out riding with Jinx in the beautiful hills and the sunshine. And sometimes we'd stop, and I was able to actually loosen the reins and kind of lie back on the horse. I could lie right back on him and look up at the sky. And it was the most wonderful feeling. It was so peaceful. And looking up at the sky, I used to wonder, where did I come from? What is this? What am I supposed to be doing? Why am I here? And, it's funny, when I was preparing for this talk, and I remembered that moment in time and how warm and peaceful and expansive it felt. And of course, for me at that time too, there was nothing better than lying on the back of a horse or riding the horse. It was something I loved to do. What is so interesting is that the more I learn about quantum physics, the more I come to recognize everything is energy. We talk about this in our Wednesday night class. It's really, we're having meditations where we start to experience ourselves as just melding into the universe and going past, present, future, that everything is energy. I like the fact that I know I have the capacity to become aware of how much choice I have and how much choice I have in how I direct my energy. We all have stories that have been passed on from generation to generation. Now, I would ask this as a question if I were live with you, because I'm sure you'd all be putting up your hands going, yes, these stories that have connected me to family tradition and culture and history through the years. And we hold on to those stories. And it is important. These stories are important, for they give us a feeling of interconnectedness to the past, to the present. And of course, we want to create stories for the next generation. So all of these stories create a framework, a form to create more stories and more form. And like Michelle said, the form is always changing. Yet we are surrounded by forms. We're always creating forms, and it is form that makes the world. The invitation is to allow spirit to transform the forms so that they can become everything they can be, guiding us to the fuller experience of life itself and a deeper feeling of belonging to everything. Everything. Imagine that. We belong to everything and everyone, and we belong to each other. And belonging is a natural state of being. It is who we are. It is a natural state of the universe that everything is connected and everything belongs. And this interconnectedness is critical for us to understand that everything in form is spiritual. Did you know that there is no word for spiritual in the Hebrew scriptures? Because to call something spiritual would be to imply that other things aren't spiritual. And don't we do that all the time? Oh, this is spiritual, but this experience is not spiritual. Oh, this person is spiritual, but that person is not spiritual. Everything is spiritual. And there is a wonderful book by that name, Everything is Spiritual, authored by Rob Bell, who is an absolutely fantastic former pastor who embraces quantum physics at the just like the normal everyday level. And I sent people in my class a link to his film. You can get it on YouTube. It's called Everything is Spiritual. So to think about where we came from, and not just the biology that we came from a sperm and an egg, like we can't all get that, but before that, you were particles. You were particles that belonged to the universe. And these particles became atoms, and then molecules, and then cells, and then bones, and skin, and blood, and everything that came together for us to become the form of a human being. And not only that, a human being with consciousness. We started from nothing, and just like the universe, we are evolving. We are evolving in our consciousness, and just like the universe that is always evolving in a forward pointed direction, so are we. Now, sometimes it might not feel like it. Yes, we are. And the destination is not the purpose. It's not that we're supposed to get somewhere. The journey of evolving is the whole point. To be on the journey, to be expanding our consciousness, to become a part of something and recognize we are part of something that is larger than our human form. And it's really interesting because I'm reading this book called The Quantum Revelation, which is for my consciousness studies class. And as he talks about the quantum physics and the expansion of everything, and the understanding, the scientific understanding that there's only one thing going on at all times, and it is the evolution of the universe. My question was, what is going to happen to philosophies and religions and the belief that we are separate from the universe, that there is a God out here, or the universe is out here and I'm here? All of that is going to collapse and dissolve and evolve into something else. I don't know what that is. It's got to happen. And that's terrifying. It's terrifying for the quantum physicists. There's a whole group of scientists that are absolutely terrified at this discovery of the oneness of the universe and the consciousness. Because A, it puts a personal factor into science, which, you know, science is not supposed to be personal. It's all fact. Quantum physics is personal because we are both the seer and the seen. We are both the thinker and what is formed in thought. There's no separation. And we are the perceiver of what we are perceiving. So now all these scientists are absolutely terrified to discover there's a whole personal factor. And I was saying to my class on Wednesday night, I get it. I understand their anxiety about this because what does that mean? What does that mean? And I was telling my class, I'm really hooked into WandaVision. WandaVision is this Disney thing. It's Mahala and my thing, and it's part of it's sort of the connected to all the Marvel movies. And you have to watch all the Marvel movies sequentially in order to really understand what's going on in WandaVision. And it's this separation between two consciousness, two realities. One consciousness, two realities, though, two perceptions. There's the perception of the old way of being, but there's the perception of creating something different out of love. And if one person kind of tries to go through the barrier, and it's all, you know, dense and elastic, and she's trying to get her hand through, and it's like, oh my God, what if we actually all got through to the other side? It means leaving behind everything we thought was true. Except for the mystics. The mystics had it right all along. And that's the big quantum joke. The mystics had it right all along. So here we are leaving behind what we knew. And we are like literally leaving behind a world we knew. And we're going to emerge into something new in our consciousness. Well, what the heck? Well, now what? What's the form going to be like? What's the structure going to be like? Am I going to feel safe? Am I going to feel secure? Am I going to be okay? And this is where we have to have faith that, oh yeah, going through that barrier and out onto the other side to experience that everything is energy. And we get to direct the energy in whatever way we choose. And we're conscious of that. And we make our choices from that place. Wow. It's a mind bender for scientists. There's a great quote by Pierre Desjardins. Progress is the soul of the universe. Progress, evolution. So and you know, if you think about it, any separation that we experience is still part of an inclusion of the entire universe. We're just perceiving the separation. The universe is the form, the container that we are all a part of. We just need to wake up, to illuminate our consciousness to that fact and start living to that from that place. And how do we awaken our consciousness to this? By going into the heart, by taking that, opening the gates of your heart, all those barriers that you've put up in front of your heart that you think is going to protect you from being hurt, and to open up that gate and dive deep in. Dive in and go towards the light of your soul. Live from that place. Because then, what if every time you had a judgment about yourself, you were able to dissolve it with love? And don't tell me you don't have judgments about yourself, because, oh man, I'm just gonna like fess up here. Had a few people that sent me notice about my crazy typo in the newsletter where it's like I put "you are an accident of the universe" instead of "you are not." I'm like, did I have judgment about myself? Holy crap. Yes, absolutely. And then I had to forgive myself and move on. I'm like, okay, yes, I make crazy friggin' mistakes because I'm doing a bazillion things all at the same time. And I was buried in tax receipts and getting all that stuff out. And it's like, oh God, I got to get the newsletter out too. I'm like, oh, let's just take a breath here. Drop down into my heart space. Give myself a little bit of love. So what if every time you had a judgment about yourself, you went into your soul and you just allowed the power of love to melt it away? What if every time you had a judgment about somebody else, you stopped and you said, I'm not going there. I'm just going to send that person love because I understand everything is energy and the power of love is far more healing than any criticism or judgment that I make of myself or anyone else. And, you know, what if when somebody was having a really tough time, I was just able to hold space for them and go, okay, I have a new analogy. I am the bowl holder. So I hold a bowl of warm, loving water, and I allow people to talk into the bowl, and the water dissolves the pain. The water dissolves their painful history or their experience of whatever they're going through. I hold the bowl. I'm just the bowl holder. I don't have to take it on. Not mine to take on. I'm not responsible for fixing anyone, but I can hold a bowl of love and know that that water will dissolve it on a molecular energetic level. Become the bowl holder because you have the tremendous capacity to stand in the power of love without judgment. And love is what produces tremendous gifts. And if you're willing to stand in unity with love, the love of the universe, you are in harmony and aligned with the forward momentum of the universe. We plant seeds of love that grow and grow and grow. And we always have choice about the seeds we plant. If we plant those seeds of despair and fear and anger and revenge, then that's what we're going to get. If we want nothing to do with love, we are given a reality free of love. If we choose to plant seeds of strength and beauty, justice, unity, and love, we have the freedom to do so. And it starts with your heart. Go into your heart space. Allow all that love to be illuminated and to allow the yearning for that continuous evolvement forward for more and more and more to take hold of you. And if you don't want more, I ask you to question why. Why would you not say yes to the impulse for more good, more abundance, more love, more justice, not only in your life, but for the world? Why would you not want that? If you're used to saying, well, this is good as it gets, then you need to go and get yourself to a practitioner because you're missing out on birthing, creating, and expanding into the brilliance of the love and the light that you are. And so as we go into our heart space and the deeper we look, the more life seems to be a mystery. And that's what the mystics do. And they could just be in it and exude love and let that energy of love permeate everything around them. Are we willing? Are we willing to embrace the mystical, the magical experience of life? Are you willing to participate with the universe instead of fighting against it? You know, one of the primary features revealed by quantum discoveries is that this newly realized nature of the universe is participatory. In fact, there is no universe out there, and there is no universe within us. More properly, it turns out that we are the universe. We are the universe, and what we consider reality turns out to be some kind of mysterious interplay between the observer and the observed, with no clear line of demarcation between the two. It's all one. So even going through the veil, you know, if I think back to WandaVision and going through that, there was no clear demarcation. It was just all this energy going, whoa, whoa, whoa. And all the person on the other side had to do was embrace her heart. And it all dissolved. And she was through the veil and she was as one. It's such a cool show. I love it. But I love all that kind of funny sci-fi stuff. So what we are looking at is us, as Phil said earlier. It is the perfect reflection of our consciousness. So with this self-contemplation of love, light, beauty, wholeness, kindness, goodness, and abundance, it invites a reflection of the limitless qualities of the possibilities for creation. The universe's love, it shines from within our hearts. And it's like the rays from the sun moving out from our heart space. And it's poured forth lavishly, spilling forth its waters into an unending stream. And so just imagine that in your heart, all that love pours out of you so fully, so lavishly into the waters of an unending stream. It starts with connectedness, form, spirit, you. It all starts with you. So, oh, just imagine your heart this week expanding out and allow that beautiful energy that is you as the universe, as being the operative word, to reflect back your beauty, your love, your light. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. And with that, I am going to bring up, I'm going to share my screen here and bring up our PowerPoint. Our mission statement is supporting people in experiencing their own spiritual intelligence. That means their consciousness, using new thought principles and philosophy to transform their lives. And we do this through classes of meditation, prayer, music, community events, and our Sunday celebration of love. And our vision statement is love only, forgive everything. Remember who I am. And our affirmation, our giving affirmation. I just invite you to put your hands over your heart. Divine love flows through me. I'm going to say as me. It blesses and multiplies all that I have, all I give, and all I receive. I am richly blessed, creating a greater and greater flow of abundance. And so it is. And our tithe for February is going to Sinam, Dr. Badri Rickery's award-winning online mental health program called The Breathing Room, which supports youth in strengthening coping strategies to better manage stress, anxiety, and depression. And he does this through various meditation techniques. It's available to more than 80,000 youth across Canada. So what a great, great honor it is to tithe to Sinam, as Dr. Badri Ricky has also been an incredible support, being a guest on our Conscious Cafe, being a guest speaker at the New Thought Conference in 2015, and has given back to us. So I'm happy to be able to give to him as well, or to his program, not to him personally. But I would just love to give him a big hug because I love him so much. And our announcements, Spirit Breath is continuing Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. and noon. March is the last month for our meditation classes of being free. And then we start to move into our subscription program, of which there will be many other classes available to you. And as well, Phil will be giving a short sound bath, a 40-minute sound bath once a week. And this, I think it's going to be the second Friday night of every month. We are going to have a 2-hour sound bath. So you will be notified of that. And I want to say thank you, Phil, for your beautiful music and your energy and your soul. Thank you, Michelle Doe, for your beautiful energy and your heart and being so vulnerable and sharing just your loss and also your understanding of how everything is love. Thank you so much. And thank you, Welcome Home community. I love you and I appreciate all of your support. And for now, to sign us off on this, I was gonna say beautiful sunny day, but it's not here in Toronto. It's a little bit cloudy, but that's okay. On this beautiful Sunday, Phil, take us out.
Thank you, Helen, and listening. Thank you for your talk and your wisdom today. And listening to your talk, I changed the last song, if that's okay.
Sure.
So let you know, I was going to do Hallelujah as the last song, but I'm going to do the one I wrote called Heartland, because we're talking about the heart and returning to the heart and coming from the heart, and we are all heart. There's no separation from the heart than anything else if we're coming from there. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you for all of your wisdom and the comments. Beautiful, amazing. I had such an awakening this morning, so thank you. There's a place I know called Heartland. Please, won't you come and visit there? Somewhere out there beyond Heartland, there's a place riddled with fear. Oh, won't you go home to Heartland? This is your home in Heartland. Once upon a time, not so long ago, in Heartland, there lived a miner for a heart of gold. Who played all night and rested all day in Heartland. 'Cause all the games in Heartland are about love. So won't you come home to Heartland? This is your home in Heartland.
Sometimes I look upon myself as separate from love and truth. I end up in the land of fear, in a place where I can't hear. There's a place I know called Heartland. Please, won't you come and visit there? Oh, won't you come home to Heartland? This is your home in Heartland. Everybody's welcome home to Heartland. This is your home in Heartland.
Thank you, Phil. What a beautiful song to finish off with. Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody. Much love and blessings to you all. Namaste.